Welcome back to the channel. I am Titan, aka T, if you're following us on social media. In this video, I'm going to go over my thoughts on the stock market heading into tomorrow, August 1st. Before I do that, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and without further ado, let's get straight into it. So if I'm looking at the SPY, here are some key levels I am looking at for the SPY heading into tomorrow, right? As of tomorrow, for now, I am slightly bearish, but overall I am bullish for at least the first half of the week. And here are the levels that I am looking for. I am looking for a bounce off 413, which we already got Friday. We saw a nice little bounce off 413, and we had a hard time breaking past it. But after that, I imagine we're going to see a breakdown towards 410, 408, and any lower than that at its lowest, I see us hitting at least low 400s, okay? I think the market is going to tease a move towards 400 before we see a move back up, all right? I think we have more upside, and the market has shown us that it is trying to reach that upside, all right? So let's get a closer look. After a bounce off 403 at minimum, I imagine 403, but we could see lower than that. That's when we start seeing a slow rise back up to 413, and eventually we break 413 and we start heading up to 420. All right, if we zoom out, there is a lot of volatility on this side. All right, we got volatility here, we have volatility here. All right, we have a lot of room to the upside, and it can get very violent up there, and it can be a very fast move. All right, if we can get up here, if we can get past 420, which I'm finding a hard time seeing that happen anytime soon, but if we can get past 420 and up to this range, the market could rally. All right, rally even more if anything. All right, so just a quick recap on the SPY. I see us in the morning, maybe even pre-market, we see this move. We get a slight drop, 410, 408, 406.5, somewhere around that range, and then we continue to see, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a move a little bit lower than 405. All right, either way, I'm bullish. So if we don't see those moves at all, then that's fine with me. That's the worst case scenario. The best case scenario is that we just continue to try to break up. We hurry up and try to get the move over with. I wouldn't say necessarily like just shoot straight up, but you know, a climb up. We get the upwards move over with. We knock out some of this volatility over here, and then we head back down. All right, so those are the moves I am looking at. All right, now if we are looking at the NASDAQ, here's another reason why I am extremely bullish. All right, if you look here, this looks really, really good. All right, if you look at this chart, this looks really, really good. And the same thing on the SPY that we were looking at as far as areas of volatility. I call it money pockets, where you just make tons of money in this area, or you can make tons of money in this area. You see a lot of volatility. There's really no resistance around here, okay? And the market was showing us Friday that it wants to break out. Maybe they didn't have enough time. Maybe they're just setting up for another move. Who knows, okay? Who knows what market makers are doing? They're whatever. All right, but overall, we have this rising wedge on the NASDAQ. Typically, when we break out of a wedge, we tend to revisit it, okay? So the key level that I am looking for on the NASDAQ before we see huge upside is 13K. I think I said that in the last video. If we can break past 13K, we are going to fly, okay? That's my belief. I believe we are going to fly straight to 13,500, okay? 13,500 is the next level I imagine we hit. So despite the SPY, despite everything else, if the NASDAQ breaks 13K and holds, we're going to fly to 13,500. Tesla will probably most likely see 950, if not more. I don't imagine it going past 1K, but that's the level that I am looking for, okay? Now, worst case scenario, right? Because we always got to go over worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, this isn't right here. I don't know why it says that, but we see a move back down to 19,700. We see a slight bounce back down off the top of the wedge, and then we continue upwards. Okay, and then we visit these areas of volatility. As you guys can see, these are very fast movements. Okay, very fast. Okay, quick move to the upside, quick move to the downside. Actually, let's go here. All right, so let's get a closer look first. Quick move to the upside here. Sorry about that. Quick move to the upside here, quick move to the downside. Same thing here. Quick move to the upside, quick move to the downside. Slight move to the upside, but quick here, then look at what happens. Okay, and I imagine the same exact scenario is going to play out, where we see a bunch of quick movements to the upside, big movements to the upside, and eventually we get this nasty drop. Okay, this nasty drop. So overall, I am bearish on the market. Overall, I am still bearish on the market. But short term, I am very bullish. Okay, very bullish, especially if we can break past 13K on the NASDAQ. All right. So quick recap. I think I just said it. 13K is the level that you want to be looking for. 12,700 is the area of support that you want to be looking for a bounce off of. All right. If you are a Tesla trader, you want to watch the NASDAQ. Okay. I personally don't want to watch Tesla. I'm going to be watching the NASDAQ, and I'm going to be looking for those key levels. Okay. 12,700 is the bounce off area. And then 13K is the area where we could potentially take off. And I've been saying it in the past videos. I even have it marked still up here, this big giant hole here. I'm not even sure what chart I use for that, but this big giant hole here, and I said we can slowly climb up here. Okay, 14K is what I'm looking at on the NASDAQ. All right, 13,500 is just as fine for me. All right, so next, the stock that I'm going to be looking at, all right, I already mentioned it, is Tesla. All right, I like Tesla. I like how Tesla is looking. Tesla is looking the same. Sorry about all this. I thought I actually moved all this. So let's remove all these drawings. But I like how Tesla is looking. And same thing on Tesla. Same thing. All right. Area of volatility. There's a lot of huge movement up here, just like the NASDAQ and the SPY. And if NASDAQ plays its part the way we want it to, we can see huge movement to the upside. I'm looking at 980 max. If we go above 1K, that is definitely going to be a nostalgic move, and I think that will end up trying to trap bulls. So I wouldn't trust that move necessarily. All right, but as of now, I'm looking for a huge movement to the upside. I'm looking for a pullback. Oh, where's my drawing? I'm looking for some type of pullback on Tesla. I'm not saying jump straight in, right? I'm not saying jump straight in. I'm looking for some type of pullback towards maybe 840 range. Okay, I'm looking for that pullback. Just like I said on the SPY, we see a pullback to the low 400s, and the same thing for NASDAQ. We see a pullback towards 12,700. I think the same Tesla is going to follow, obviously, and we see a move towards 840, maybe low 800s. Okay, but 840 is the first level I am looking for, and then we see that move back up following the NASDAQ breaking 13K. All right, another stock that I am looking at, AMD. All right, I love how AMD is looking. As of now, I'm fully aware that AMD has earnings of August 2nd after hours. I'm fully aware of that. But if we look at AMD, right, AMD is in a bull flag, a nice healthy bull flag, right? And if we draw this out, if I can, here we go. 1, 2, 3, come on, 4. This is actually 5. I actually missed this right here. I think we're going to continue to see movement up, and the levels that you want to look for on AMD is 96. If we can break past 96, AMD can easily, and I mean easily, reach 100. That's my personal belief. Do your own research, do your own technical analysis to be sure, and follow your own guidance or heart, whatever you want to call it. But I believe if we break 96 on AMD and we hold, meaning when I say hold, you go to the 5-minute chart and you wait for a 5-minute candle to close above that level, we can see a move towards 100. This is also going to play in with the NASDAQ breaking 13K as well. All right, so both Tesla and AMD are going to be based off the NASDAQ. So if the NASDAQ breaks 13K, I believe that is your sign to start going bullish and look for those levels that I was speaking about. Tesla, you want to look for that break of 900, and AMD, you want to look for that break of 96. Okay, 96 and 98. All right, so 96, 98. So if you want to, in and out, make some quick money, look for that 98. But I personally believe we are going to see a nice, easy move heading to 100. Another reason why I believe that, is the same thing, guys. The same thing. Look at this. Quick, fast, easy. All right, quick, fast. Look how volatile this area right here is. Just huge volatility. And if you need an example on how just volatile, how important those areas are, look what happened here. If we pay attention here, look how fast the movement was here, right? Look how big the movement was. We can zoom out, zoom in. Look how big this movement was here, right? And then over here, it did the same thing back to the upside. Big movement, big movement. Same thing here in this area. Hopefully this is making sense. Big movement to the downside, and then big movement to the upside. All right, these areas of volatility is where you're going to make most of your money, a lot of your money. I wouldn't say most, but a lot of your money. And so if we're following the same area over here and we're looking at how drastic and how big and huge these candles are to the downside, it's only safe to imagine that we're going to get that same aggressiveness to the upside. All right, I'm looking at 100. If we get past 100, then I will be looking at 10. Wait, where is it? Here it is. I will be looking at 102, 101.5, 102, and then at max 105. All right, that move can happen during earnings. Maybe we see some slight pullback from AMD. We'll most likely probably see some pullback from AMD. Maybe pull back towards that 90 level. Our major support is at 84, so just look for those levels. I don't think it's going to actually hit 84 unless the market just drops like crazy, but just be prepared for that. But 96, all right, 96 is where you want to look for. Okay, if you're planning on playing earnings, again, I'm not suggesting to play earnings. The stock has to make a $7 move. It's like a $7, $7.80 something move to the upside or downside. So if you do calls, the stock has to make a $7 move to the upside for you to make actual money, I believe. Make sure you double check that yourself. Don't quote me on it. All right, but it at least has to make like an 8%, 10% move to the upside or downside. Okay, so maybe a $95 call will work. A lot of people are doing $100 calls. Okay, or puts, whatever, $90 put, whatever, 90 strike put, whatever you decide to do is completely up to you. I'm not saying playing earnings, but just be careful if you're going to play this stock and hold it to earnings. I imagine someone is going to play earnings. Okay, maybe I will. All right, so hopefully you guys got something out of this. Hopefully you guys learned something. Make sure you take note of these key levels. Most importantly, the NASDAQ is going to tell you everything you need to know. That 13K level is the level to break. On the SPY, that 413 level is the level to break. I don't think I said that. Okay, 413 on the SPY to the upside. Okay, but for now, just be prepared for some downside. We went a little crazy, a lot of crazy on Friday, so I imagine we're going to see some type of pullback, and if we don't, then it's a win regardless. All right, so hopefully you guys got something out of this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, support the channel. Oh, and join our Discord if you want signals. Okay, if you want stock signals, we do crypto, we do it all. I'm in there every day. We're in there every day, or majority of us, a lot of us are in there every day. We do calls, we do options, we got flow, we got all that in here, and we're a pretty small community. All right, so if you're interested in joining us, the link will be in the description below. Here are all the signals and all that fun stuff, and yeah, that's it. All right, so until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.